200 used to be his best event, a bit like Kung Fu Kenny here, if you like, but Zana, like Kenny, is pretty swift at the 100 meters as well. Then Fred Curley. Curley's going to be in lane 5. One of the quickest men over the 100 meters, but that talent that he has at the longer distances will stand him in good stead surely in this Grand Slam. Needs to do go well in this 100 though. Huge reception.
It's going to be hard to compete with this.
Yeah. Oblique Seville. Is he ready? Akeem Blake, another. He's run a 200 already this year and a new personal best over the longer distance, so that might stand him in good stead here. And then the Liberian, Joseph Fambele, he's going to go in lane 8. Olympic finalist in the last 2 Olympic Games over the 200 meters. So we got Jones in 1, Lindsay in 2, Hughes is in 3, then in the middle, Benarek's 4, Curley right in the middle in 5, Seville in the orange in lane 6, then Blake, his teammate next to him, and Fambele in lane 8.
Set.
Benarek gets a good start. Fred Curley just got left a little bit, also going well as Lindsay over in 2, but it's Kenny Benarek, and then look at Seville right through the middle. Seville is going to just about, no he doesn't, or does he? That is as close as you want to get. Seville has got the tape around his chest, but Benarek might have hung on to this. We're going to wait for the photo finish. He's got it. Kenny Benarek has been given it. 10.07, 10.08. He got out well, didn't he, Benarek? And then after that point, Seville comes and he starts to charge through. And then at the end, though, maybe the strength, the 200 meter strength, if that is a factor in the 100. But he stayed strong, he stayed good, and he comes out as the winner. Hughes takes third, 10.13, same time as Blake.
Kenny actually doesn't look happy. He reacted really, really well, but had a stumble that kind of interfered with his acceleration. I know that's what he's thinking about. And when that happened, you could see the Jamaicans kind of move through him in the acceleration phase. But with that 100 meter or 200 meter strength, I mean, someone like that's going to come through at the end. Fairly even reaction-wise, but as you can see here, kind of lost his footing in that acceleration. Now you can see him fighting to get back in. He's definitely not going to be pleased with that, but if you're just faster than everyone else, if you're able to relax, you'll get back into the race. Yo, it was a lot closer to that replay than I thought. As we've seen the rail cam here, you can see in the acceleration phase Akeem Blake moving through a lot faster. And Oblique coming through in the latter part of the race. He probably thought that he had it. Battle of the Headbands coming through at the end. But Kenny did come through with the tape to secure that 100 meters. For him, going into the deuce, that's huge. So,
yeah, that's significant, isn't it? He takes 100. Curley, nowhere really. We said that 10.2 clocking. He was even slow at 10.3. This was into a headwind, incidentally, minus 1.3. Not as windy as it was earlier in the evening. But that's that really means a sub-10 clocking for Benarek, but more importantly, he's got the 12 points.
You know, I'm not too worried about the times here. I mean, he's a 200-meter guy. And you come here and beat some of the major 100-meter players, I mean, you establish yourself. I think that's the biggest thing here.
What's up, viewers? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that throwback race. And that was in the beginning of 2025. We had the Grand Slam track kicking off in Jamaica, basically kicking off the outdoor season. And yes, this was a great initiative to add to track and field, because I believe track and field needs more visibility. Yes, track and field indeed need more visibility, and with more races, more elite competition, then definitely track and field will be at the forefront and more fans will get to enjoy track and field as they should. But yeah, y'all can leave y'all thoughts on that in the comments. But this was an exciting race. This was on the brand new track at the National Stadium. This would have been the first ever big event to be held at the National Stadium on the new turf, basically. And definitely it did live up to the hype. Many was expecting a faster time, but we now have to consider that this race was into a headwind of negative 0.15. Yes, so the time would have ultimately been slower. If you should round this off, you're getting anywhere from 9.9 to possibly 9.8 if they were to get a legal win in this one. But besides that, it was an exciting race. It was a close race. We know the home crowd wanted Oblique Seville or even Akeem Blake to win this race. Akeem Blake and Oblique Seville would have gotten the best start. Akeem Blake, for one, always starts good, but he normally fades towards the end. Oblique Seville, we know he has great top end speed, but it's the beginning of the season. Normally athletes tend to not start speed work, but more so do some heavy lifting, bodybuilding and so forth. So in this one, you can clearly see that Kenny seems as if he was more prepared than Oblique, because Kenny literally ran him down, and we know Kenny is more of a 200-meter runner. So Kenny basically leaned in and edged Oblique Seville right on the line, clocking a time of 10.07 seconds. Oblique Seville in second, 10.08, and Zarnell Hughes with a fast finish, 10.13. Akeem Blake, 10.13 as well. But definitely this was an exciting race, and as I said, I definitely welcome the Grand Slam track, and it was good as it lasted, because they were scheduled for, I think, possibly 1 or 2 more slams before they call it quits due to financial reason. So they did not get to execute the plan fully that they had for 2025. But hopefully next year they will be back bigger and better, basically, and they will be financially backed. But yeah, the athletes, whosoever win a slam, which would have been you have 100-meter runners running both 1 and 200 meters. Whosoever win in both 1 and 200 meters or gather the most points, they would have won 100,000 USD. So big money was on the line, and I guess that's part of the reason why they had to cut it short, because not enough funding was there to pay the athletes, and yeah, it's just unfortunate. But as I said, hopefully in 2026, because there will not be any World Championship nor any Olympics, so the athletes now would have to rely on the different meets like the Diamond League and possibly Grand Slam track. And I'm hearing that another one is coming, but we just have to wait and see. But definitely we welcome it. As I said before, I think track and field definitely needs this. The athletes, they need more than the Diamond League to race on the circuit, and to do it to have more meets, to get them out there more, than definitely the athletes who have always complained about compensation will basically have races, so they will get better payment and so forth. But this was an exciting race, and hopefully y'all enjoyed this throwback. Leave y'all thoughts on this one in the comments, and let me know if y'all would want to see Grand Slam back for 2026.